because when I started reading it and exploring the scripture, I was so happy with the modesty, the innocence. See, the scriptures do not waste time. Like the Yoga Sutra is a scripture which is a practical application of Sankhya philosophy. Another important point you need to know. Sankhya philosophy is a philosophy. Yoga is the practical application. Sankhya philosophy is the theoretical matter, and yoga, or in our context the Yoga Sutra, is how to do it. Absolutely. You are realizing Sankhya, and that's why Sankhya means wisdom. You are realizing Sankhya, you are realizing the wisdom by the methods that are yoga. Yoga means method. One of the meanings of the name or the word yoga means methodology, techniques. That's why karma yoga, methods of karma. Bhakti yoga, methods of devotion. Yoga Sutra means the scripture of methods of liberation. Is it too much? Huh? Let's come to the Sutra part. Now, if you see the Indian philosophical thought, it has gone through five time zones. The first time zone was the Vedic period, the Vedas, anywhere around 2500 BC to around 600 BC. Then the next stage was the epic period. All the epics were written. 600 BC to around 200 AD. Then came the Sutra period. Now what is this Sutra? Sutra means basically the literal, etymological meaning of Sutra means a thread. A thread. A thread. Thread with which the fabric of wisdom is woven. Thread. Thread of what? Thread means basically if my shirt is Sankhya philosophy, that man, Mr. Patanjali, has made his shirt into a thread, has managed to concise it so precisely that the wisdom has come in the minimum possible words. See, Bhagavad Gita is not a sutra. That's why the first whole chapter of Bhagavad Gita is just giving you the story. Who is standing, who is talking, who is in the mood to do what. They are blowing their conch shells and Arjuna is stressed. There is no such thing in Yoga Sutra. He starts. He doesn't even introduce himself. If you see some other scripture, first two verses will be invocation of the God, invocation of the Guru. Patanjali is not interested. Clear. That's why in 192 lines he's finished the whole methodology. This is the Sutra period. Sutra period means all the wisdom that was collected for the last 3,000-4,000 years was made it into concise and precise. And that's why it is important to sit with the teacher and listen. Because it is so concise that you cannot randomly understand it. For example, if you go to a church and talk about light, the priest is going to think of it as a divine light. I'm just talking to you about the context of words. If you sit with yoga teachers and you say, when I closed my eyes last night, I could see the light. They know If you sit amongst electricians and if you say last night I closed my eyes, I saw light, they will ask you how many, what was the voltage? Light is the same word, but the context in which it is understood is different. And this is the beauty of the Sutra. For example, in the Yoga Sutra, Patanjali has used so many words. If you look at it from another scriptural and philosophical sense, they mean completely different. And that's why it is important to understand the Yoga Sutra in its proper philosophical context.